Welcome to another amazing episode of the DNA Pest Control Podcast. This is Daniel for the wonderful Free Talk Friday. Let's have some fun today. I'm excited to roll out another Free Talk Friday. Man, it's been a while. But today, there's so much I want to talk about, guys. This is awesome. There's so much stuff. I'm not going to talk about it all, but there's so much stuff that's going to be coming out and some awesome episodes that will be very nice and a lot of help. But thank you for the ones who are listening. Thank you to all the new listeners out there. Thanks for sending emails. Thanks for sending messages. I've been messaging a few back on Instagram. It is so nice to get back at it and actually talk to you guys. Thanks for asking all the questions. I'm here to help. I always am. I want to be. And so feel free to reach out at any moment. Or if you need any contact information from any of the past episodes, it should already be in there. So just go back and listen. But if you need to message me directly, I can get you that information to these people. As a whole, we're in a pest control industry, and the industry, it's always kind of funny. I was talking to a guy on Instagram. We were kind of messaging back and forth, and we were just talking a little bit, and I was just kind of explaining a little bit about my story and how I actually went out and I was looking for help in the pest control industry, and no one was actually willing to help me. And I don't think I actually mentioned it in my story from some of the previous episodes, but there was actually a company I went to out in Arizona. I reached out to them because one of the distributors, if you haven't listened to the distributor with Geotech, right, John Woodward, go back and listen to it. It's a great episode. But the distributor, he actually gave me this guy's information because he knew him from way back when. And so I actually contacted this guy to see if he could help me and kind of show me the ropes of what to do in the pest control industry. I'm states away. Okay, I'm small. It's me and another tech. Come on, I'm asking for your help. You could have me sign a contract, whatever. I don't care. I'm just asking for your help, right? Absolutely terrified to talk to me. Absolutely scared. So it blew my mind. And that was one of the instances where I really kind of turned and I said, you know what? I am going to kill my competition. This is crazy. No one wants to help me. No one is, they're all just terrified to just even talk. And so now I'm glad to see everything starting to work out and grow and become bigger, and hopefully some partnerships come out of this and some bigger things come out of this to make these guys scared. And I hope giving out all this information is actually, giving advantage to the little guy to really start taking, these guys' clients that, they want to be greedy. They don't want to talk to anybody. They don't want to help. Well, good. I hope their business fails, because it's not okay to kind of hold that information in, especially when someone, at my age at that time, I had so much sales background. I was so hungry. I was so ready. It could have been a very, very profitable, investment for this guy to actually take me under his wing and possibly even start a whole new division. Who knows what I would have done at that time. But, so I hope this information does help you. And speaking of information, I kind of went off on a little rant, and thanks for talking to me guys on Instagram and messaging me back. But to go off on a little rant there, and the reason why I'm talking about that and bring that up is Pest World 2021 is actually going to be happening, I think. We'll see, right? The whole variant is coming out, but it's in Las Vegas, okay? So I have the actual magazine that they send out. I think if you go on to NPMA, it's the National Pest Management Association, which if one of them are actually listening, I hope one of them gets to hear this, and I hope they feel really stupid, because we actually reached out to them from the beginning, and we tried to get them on, and they are just like everybody else in the pest control industry, which is very surprising. And I don't want to be too rude because I do want to do something with them in the future, but it was a conflict of interest because we have a pest podcast that we don't ever do anything with, and so we won't ever talk to you. So you guys really need to pull your head out of, that area there, and get your crap together. I mean, you come out with a whole freaking pest world and you're trying to give out information, but you won't talk to anybody. Seriously? Come on. Like, and I'm not bad mouthing them. I actually am, but not. I still support them. Obviously, I go to the pest world. If I hate them that much, I wouldn't go. But seriously, NPMA, you guys really need to get your shit together. We reached out. They were terrified of us once again, which now, I hope it stays that way because I want them to see, that you need to open up. You need to help the little guy. And they are doing something to actually help out little guys. They are doing to put out a lot of information. The only problem is when somebody's actually seeking it. Them, the guy in Arizona, all these other companies, they're very close. And I'm so happy that all the guests that came on in the past have been so open to talking and actually being so friendly because that is such a fresh breath of air. And I hope that we can actually, the DNA Pest Control podcast and all the listeners, I hope we can actually destroy that stigma of you have to hate the next guy in the pest control truck because it's a different color and it's a different name. Now purchasing another company, you really get to see they're just people, we're all the same. We're just trying to do the best possible job. And there's so much money out there. You're not going to take you may directly go after one of my clients. Good job. I'll find a new one. It's okay. You can have it. Right. There's so many people out there and bugs are never going anywhere. So we're always going to have a job. But now getting into Pest World. So Pest World, guys, is actually something really good. Has a ton of information, a lot of specialists. And I'm going to go through essentially the magazine that they sent me. Okay. So they're going to be in the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas. That is from November 2nd to November 5th. They kind of go through it. So you'll get to kind of see, well, I'll just kind of explain it as I'm kind of going through. So a lot of owners go to this. I don't suggest only owners go. I think it's actually a really good opportunity to have multiple people go in your staff. If you have office staff, if you have a salesman, if you have a technician, or a manager that's over the techs, you should probably bring them all because everyone can attend, and it's really good for everybody. Even they say right here, who attends Pest World? Owners and managers of pest management companies, pest management technician and sole representatives, product manufacturers and distributors, industry researchers, educators and students. So a lot of people actually do go. And when they do talk about distributors and manufacturers, there's actually a ton, and you'll get to see so much stuff that's actually coming out, and it's gotten bigger and bigger every year. And I know Doombox is going to be there. At least they should. He said he was going to be there. And then the next one is, he was this Scorpion product. I don't remember. So if he listens, I'm so sorry. I should know that. He should be there. I hope he is. It's a great place to be. I know Pest Routes is going to be there. You're going to have Pest Pack going to be there as well. So there's a lot. And they actually, let's see, do they even give you, let me look. No, I don't think they actually tell you the distributors, unfortunately. But essentially, they're going to go through. So Monday, November 1st, they're going to have their registration, and then they do some board meeting. They do a few things. I never show up on that day. It's a waste. Don't show up on that day. Maybe if you're actually a part of that stuff, that would be kind of cool. I'm not too involved with it. They don't like me. So, cause I'm a conflict of interest. So I'm not a part of any of that stuff. I've never tried. I'm just joking. November 2nd is when, things start to go down. So that's when they actually have, I think that's some of the classes is when November 2nd starts. Let me just look. let's see, Friday. No, come on. Oh no, Wednesdays when the classes start. Okay. So actually you could show up a day late. So November 2nd, they have another day, another time for registration and all that crap. They do the Quality Pro board meeting, executive leadership program meetup by invitation only. Workwave. That's Pest Pack. Sorry. I'm saying your old name. Okay. Let's see. So when the real stuff starts is on Wednesday, November 3rd. So November 3rd, you're going to go in and you're going to have a big expo. They have other things that are going on during this time. Some of them, are PW, IPM. I'm not even sure why they made that so difficult. Professional women in pest management. God, could they not think of something a little bit easier? Just like women in profession, and I don't know. But so anyway, they do things like that, and some of those are by invite only, which is another thing that I don't even know how to get on that. I should actually do a little bit more research, but once again, I'm a conflict of interest. They probably won't tell me. But there's so much. So you can go see, they have the expo that's going on, and that's where you're going to see trucks that are outfitted for pest control. So anybody out there who has no idea, you're starting your business, you want to break off from a company, you have no idea where to start, where to get products, chemicals, anything. Dude, Pest World is the place to go. I mean, that's literally going to get you everything you need and then some. You can buy trucks literally ready to go. I mean, they will ship it to you. Now you're going to spend a ton of money, but they will ship you a truck ready, outfitted. All you got to do is put chemical and water in it. And maybe plug in a few things and you're set. So that's one thing. Another thing is they show you stuff from all over the U.S. And some are actually out of the country too, which is crazy. But they show you all the products, all this stuff. Some of it is absolutely stupid and people buy it. It's crazy. I don't know why. And other stuff is really genius and smart. We talked about the gun that will blow dust, and there's a bait. We don't have it actually passed in California. It's for termites. You can use it, but they don't have it for anything else. It's such a genius way to actually bait very quickly in cracks and crevices and things like that. And so it's just this little pistol that they shoot. So it's really cool, the stuff that they have out there, different just basic stuff, ladders, poles to use to take down webs, and then everything in between that, you're talking about. And then they have their massive stands, these manufacturers who actually make the products. You can walk in and they literally have a wall of all their products, and you can pull products off of that and ask a representative right then and there, what does this product do? How do you spray this product? What do you do with that? How do you do that? This and that. And they'll literally sit there and explain everything to you. So it's a really cool experience, and you get to meet those people. And a lot of them, they'll ask you, hey, where do you live? Oh, I live in New York. Sweet. I got a representative. He's right here. Let me go grab him. I'll give you his card. And then you have someone who literally works for the manufacturer that the product you're spraying, you are talking to the rep right there. And a lot of these reps, they're there to help us. They're making sure that we're doing our job correctly, because if we don't, then their product starts to, they get taken off the shelf. They become illegal, especially in some states like California, who's going nutty over everything. So they're there to help. They will teach you step by step what to do, how to use it, what the best products are. I even have an episode talking to one of the representatives. So go back and listen to that episode. But it's really cool to see that and actually get to meet all those people. Okay. And so that goes through, every day they have a ton of different stuff, but you can go to, the exhibit hall, or, where you can go see all of this stuff. So all the new products, everything out there. Let's see. And then the next one, let's get to some good stuff. Oh no, they do have the exhibitor directory. Look at that. They have JT Eaton. If anyone knows what that is, those are bait stations. There you go. You can get some bait stations there. Let's see. Oh, look, aversion. That's there. There we go. My bad, guys. I found you, though. Aversion's going to be there. That's the one for the scorpions. And now I know they were doing something with ants, too. So that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Who else is going to be there? Right there. Pest Routes is there. You're going to get a ton of different ones, but you're looking for a software system. There's going to be a ton out there. They're sharks. Be careful with them. They are fighting for everybody's business. So be careful when you are going to that one. But let's see here. Oh yeah. And then lunch is served at these too. So you have free food, not really free. They charge you, they charge you a lot of money to go to this, but, they do provide food. And then you do have all the classes, which do go to continuous education. So depending on your state, like the state of California, you're required to have a certain amount of continuous education. So for me, I have multiple licenses in the state of California, which now require me to get so many per year. And then every 3 years, I need so many as well. So I will be attending this. And I'm not going to be attending it as my pest control company, but I'm going to be attending it as DNA. So I will have a shirt on that says DNA Pest Podcast. Come talk to me. I will be there with the, geared up, ready to go. So definitely come and say hi if you do go. I will be walking around checking out products because I'm there as a pest tech, not only for the podcast, in which I'll be putting out episodes every day, when I am there, so that everyone can keep up on with what's going on and the classes. But I'm going to do a quick run through on some of these classes just so you get an idea, because some people who didn't have this or haven't looked it up on the internet or found out where it is on the internet, because even though you put in Pest World, it doesn't pop up actually Las Vegas Pest World. What I'm talking about, it pops up another website for Pest World, which is really weird. But so on Wednesday, when the classes start, they have here, okay, where pest service and food protection meet. Okay. And they have little letters. Okay. So they have A, B, F, G, M, P, S, T, W, and wild. Wow. They've added a ton since I've actually been doing this. This is crazy. So they have one for, let's see, ACE recertification. I'm not even sure what that means, to be honest. I probably sound really stupid saying that, but that's okay because I don't know what that is. But they have B, bed bug, F, fumigation, G, general pest, M, management, P, public health, S, sales/marketing, T, technical, W, WDO, wood destroying organisms, and then wildlife, obviously animals. And so then they'll actually go through. So like that first one was A, G, P, and T. So they have public health on that one. They have technical on that one. So if you have like a safety guy, he should be there. You have the head of your, technicians, he needs to be there. You have a head of sales, he needs to be there. You have office staff, they need to be there. So it's really cool. So then they have another one, rodenticides, non-target exposure pathways. They're going to go through that, and it even tells you a little bit. Rodenticides are one of the most important tools available to pest management professionals nationwide. As with all pesticide products, minimizing risk to non-target organisms. Actually, you know what? In that class, I would love to kind of go against that. Let's see. This is sponsored by the Pest Management Foundation. It's just by PhD. Okay, cool. At least it's not a company pushing that. But I would actually say that I don't think rodenticides are one of the most important tools. I think rodent exclusion is one of the most important tools, because if you can exclude them out of the house, it wouldn't necessarily matter because they're not getting in. But it does help take down the population, right? So then the next one, ticks, an emerging public health crisis, one-time treatments and pest exclusion to reduce pest allergens, 7 secrets to better media buys, what your media rep isn't telling you, so things like that really open everything up. And then they have these bigger classes that will actually spread throughout the day, and you can go and they're longer. They actually have to take longer to teach them. So one is M, which would be management, mastering strategic thinking skills for maximum impact in your organization. So they have one class there, and then it rolls over. The thing is you can't go to all these classes. Like those first 4 I read you are all between 1:30 and 2:45, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes during that time. Oh wait, no, sorry, 7, 8. There's 8 classes during that time. There's no way that you can hit all these classes. So you have to be, I look through these and I mark the ones that I want to go to. I mark the ones that I want my guys to go to, so that we're spreading out and we're learning different things. And then there's some that we go to together because they have really crappy classes on some time, some of the hours, which I'm sure it's hard to find really good people to teach, every class. And then there's 8 different classes. Come on. So that's the first day, 1:30 to 2:45. They have another one from 3 to 4:15. And then they have 4:30 to 5:30, as the last session on that day. And so there's just a ton of different classes you can choose from. So you definitely want to go in, choose wisely, choose what you want to focus on. This one, not last year, the year before, because last year was Tennessee and it was closed, and then there was a virtual one. I didn't hear anything good about that one or bad. So I don't think I know anyone who even went or watched it. But the one before in San Diego was awesome, because not only would we go to these classes all day, and this is kind of an advantage over being smaller compared to these big companies. These big companies will send guys, it's just a vacation for them. They even have an after party where everyone goes and drinks and does, a bunch of stuff. And they just look at it more of as a paid vacation to get away, which is cool. But what I take it is I go in and I take those serious speakers and I learn from them and I pick their brains. And what's awesome is afterwards, it's not like one of those, big conferences. You're out in the crowd and you can't see the person who's talking, and it's nothing like that. So after it's all said and done, you can actually go up and walk up to this PhD who's been studying for 20 years about how an ant's leg can bend, and you can talk to these people and you can pick their brain and you can actually get their phone numbers. Okay? As crazy as it sounds, we've actually pulled some people's information, emails, phone numbers from these people. And so just be ready for that. It's really cool. It's a really cool experience. And then you get to meet these people and talk to them afterwards and pick their brain, and they love it. They don't get this attention before. And can you imagine the power of being a technician out in the field, treating someone's house, and then also when they ask a question, say, oh yeah, I talked to so-and-so who had a PhD out of this university, and this is what they said from their, 7-year study. It's awesome. It's amazing information. And I can't tell you how many good reviews I've gotten just because of the knowledge I've gained over the years. And being able to say, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that the last tech did that. There's a better way to do things. There's a new way to do things. And this is how we do those things now. So it's really, really cool. A really good experience. Okay. So we'll move on. Let's say, actually, I'm really interested. I want to tell you guys. So they used to do this thing where you go afterwards, like to Cabo, and there's like another 4-day event over there. Let's see. They have a Pest World closing party. They did that in Disney World. We didn't go. I wish I would have went. It did actually sound pretty cool because it was like I think they like closed it down just for Pest World. It was at the Epcot Center, which I've never been. So that one would have been actually really cool to go do. And we got in. We could have gone in, but let's see. So spend some time having fun in the sun, poolside with your industry colleagues and friends at Pest Fest as we wrap up Pest World 2021. Enjoy. I don't even know if I want to be by the pool by some of these people. Enjoy a celebration of being together. Once again, enjoy an exciting week in Las Vegas. Fabulous food, drinks, along with amazing entertainment. Fun, settling will help close out a memorable Pest World. So that would be kind of cool. That would be fun. We'll see. I'm not seeing that they're actually doing anything afterwards in this. At least they're not inviting anybody because it's a conflict of interest, NPMA. God, I really hope someone listens to this. They're probably going to be so mad at me. They may just like cancel my registration. They'll be like, nah, you can't go anymore. You're not allowed. You can't come to our pest world. And then I'll have to create the DNA pest world competition. But then they also do a whole bunch of tours and things. If you've never been to Las Vegas, I guess you can go see all of Las Vegas. But now let's get to the important part, right? So registration. So registration is not cheap, guys. Get ready to pay some money. And if you haven't looked up flights already, luckily for me, flights are nothing. I live super close anyway. I could just drive there. But I'm going to fly. And then if you stay at the MGM, you are going to be paying close to about $250 a night. Okay, so choose wisely. You do have a few options when you are paying for this, so you may be able to kind of cut it back. But, okay, so if you are an NPMA member, you get it for $565, okay? If you wait till after 10/9, that is before 10/8, okay? Before October 8th, you get the early bird special. And then the regular is $610, and if you're on site, you pay $715. I don't know why you would wait unless you didn't know about it till the last minute. And then obviously, if you start bringing more and more people, they do discounted rates. So the second to the fourth attendees, it's $515. Each additional attendee is $465. The non-member rate is $670. Yes, they do like to bend you over and ride you. They do. They love it. They absolutely love it. Regular, so after, that's the early bird. Regular is $725, and if you show up on site and you are not a member, you get to pay $815. Look at that. They love you so much. And then, let's see, and then international rates. I'm not even sure what member international delegate means, but they pay nothing. Nothing compared to what we're paying. And then guest registration, I don't know why you would bring a guest, I guess. I don't know, like my wife, I don't know why she would even want to be in there. But you can do it. You can pay $380 or $130 for a child if you want, right? But so anyway, so you can do these things. You can, pay ahead, get it done, and then they have a bunch of optional tours. The CEO Forum, you can go downtown, foodie tour, Hoover Dam, Meow Wolf Experience Tour, PWIPM, 5K Fun Run, and all that. Which actually, you know what? I'm really glad that they did do a focus on women in the pest control industry. I've had Lady Exterminator on. I've had a few women that are in the industry on. And it's really cool to actually hear their experience of being in the industry, working as a technician, or even for a manufacturer, just the knowledge they have. And it's really cool to hear that, that they're actually in there and they're doing that. I've never been against, women actually in the industry. I think they would do great in this industry. I think it's a perfect industry for actually women to be in. Unfortunately, it's so hard to find women in the industry or that would actually even want to do it. But so I am actually glad about that. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe I'll do the 5K run. Maybe I'll be a part of that as well to support them, because I think that is actually really, really cool. So that is Pest World. And I did not get into everything with you guys, and they should be paying me to talk about their exhibit and their whole conference and everything, but they don't like me. But I do suggest it. If anybody has the time and the money to go and actually spend, a couple days there. Oh, also, I didn't explain it. I think online when you're actually purchasing it, they didn't go to give you those options, but online you can actually purchase just the classes, or if you want to go to the exhibit hall, you can pay for that. Just that. So there are cheaper options out there. If you can only be there for 2 days, you can pay for just 2 days, I think. So you can actually break it up. But if you can be there for the whole time, there's a lot of people you can meet if you're more outgoing. If you're not outgoing and you don't want to talk to anybody, just go and enjoy. Go and listen to the classes, soak up that environment, listen to what these other people are saying. A lot of people actually are not shy there, so they're raising their hands, asking questions, trying to actually expand their knowledge of the industry. And it's really cool to see that and hear them and their perspective of what's going on in their area. Because you get everybody from all over the U.S. It's not just Las Vegas. You're not only going to get Las Vegas pest control companies going, you're going to get California. You'll get all the way out to New York, Florida, and then everybody in between showing up. One I went to, I met a guy from, when I went to the one in Florida, we met a guy from Florida. He had a termite company and he was talking to me and we were bouncing ideas off each other and talking about software companies. It was really cool to get into that with him. Another one was a guy in New York and he was telling us stories about his company and what he did. And he actually sold his company, but he kept going to Pest World and kept doing these things because he liked the environment and everything like that. But he sold his company. But he was just telling us stories and sitting down with us and talking to us, and bouncing ideas and things like that and telling us just crazy rodent stories that he had. So it's really cool to kind of open up, get out there a little bit more and actually know who's in the industry. From the beginning to now, I've calmed down, but not everybody is bad in the industry. There's actually really good people out there. There are some bad people out there. There are some very closed people who are terrified to talk to anybody about anything in the industry. And, this is one, though, that I have been impressed with year after year, and they've grown and grown and grown and grown. And I hope I've helped, grow that. And I hope more companies, are joining in and being a part of this to help it grow. Because I've heard it's one of the smallest, exhibits out there when it comes to expos and things like that. It's one of the smaller ones. And we are in a massive industry. So for it being so small, it's crazy for how big our industry is. So help support, come out, say hi. I'll be there. I'm not going to have a booth. They want like $3,000 to $5,000 for a booth, or I think it is $5,000 or $6,000 for a booth. So it's crazy how much they want. I actually asked them. It's nuts. They do get their monies. That's for sure. But I hope everyone's learned a little bit. I hope that's opened up your idea of Pest World and what it's about. Be prepared for November because there will be episodes dropping every single day, giving you updates on the classes I've taken and whoever comes with me, the classes that they've taken. And hopefully I might be able to take some people, some PhDs while they're there and interview them on the spot. Maybe I'll bring something with me. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video. Who knows? Who knows what I'll do? I'm going to have to get creative with it, but we'll figure it out. But I will bring you the content. I will bring you what I've learned, and you will get to see firsthand. Because now, since I've had the podcast, I've actually never went to Pest World since the podcast has started, because it started right before the pandemic, and we went to Pest World, but it was the year before. So this will be really interesting to get out there and actually show you, and be able to explain everything. But that's it for me. This is the Free Talk Friday. I just wanted you guys to listen to me talk. That's it. Now, but I hope everyone enjoyed the Free Talk Friday and learned a little bit about Pest World. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Instagram, DM me at DNA Pest Podcast. You can email me at dnapestpodcast@gmail.com. Go on the website. You can always put in your information there at dnapestpodcast.com. All right. Thanks for listening to the DNA Pest Control Podcast.